Hello and welcome to yet another tutorial on my YouTube channel, Mrinmoy's View. So today I will discuss about the procedure by which you can apply ELECTRE 2 for selection of a ideal location for a forthcoming hydropower plant. This is a hypothetical example, and also all the data are imaginary. So don't compare it with any realistic projects that are going to made in any place or any country in near future. So my main aim will be to introduce ELECTRE 2 method and how it can be applied for selection of locations, the most ideal location for an hydropower plant. So this is the basic procedure. You have to first define the alternatives and criteria, then you have to set the criteria weights, then you have to build the performance or decision matrix. That matrix, which may be in different data of different units, need to be normalized to remove the scale errors, and then you have to compute the weighted normalized matrix. Then you have to choose threshold to find the strong and weak outranking between the alternatives, and then you have to compute the concordance indices and then the discordance indices. Then you'll build the strong and weak outranking relations. Then you have to also develop the descending distillation, that means best to worst classes or top to down classes. And then again ascending distillations, that is worst to best classes or bottom up classes. And lastly, you have to combine the pre-orders and find the final ranking. That is the overall basic procedure of ELECTRE 2. So now let us begin the example. You see, the example is you have to select the ideal location for development of an hydropower plant for that location. So here we have location A, B, C, which we assume to be the alternative, and the criteria for selecting the best location or ideal location is flow unit cubic meter per second, head in meters, and financial liability in crores. Okay, the data is like this. Data is purely imaginary. Don't try to compare it with any other realistic projects. This is only for demo purpose. So the flow is for location A is 7 cubic meter, for B it is 12 cubic meter, for C it is 9 cubic meter, and the head for location A is 100 meters, B is 50 meters, C is 25 meters. And financial liability for purchasing land in location A is 1 crore, B 2 crore, C 3 crore. Now you have to note that within these three criteria, flow and head are beneficiary criteria, and financial liability you can say it as cost criteria or non-beneficiary criteria, because a location with higher flow and higher head is always preferred by the experts if your plan is to install or develop a new hydropower plant, because the main raw material for the hydropower plant is water flow, and water head. Okay. But in case of financial liability, it is the cost criteria, or you can say more the financial liability, less preference you will give to the location. So accordingly, if I examine this, in case of flow, the beneficiary criteria, the highest flow can be observed in location B and the lowest flow in location A. And the medium flow, that means in between these two, is location C, which has 9 cubic or cubic meter per second flow. In case of head, this is also another beneficiary criteria, or a criteria which benefits the decision or which is coherent with the objective of this decision making work that we are doing. So in this case, location A is the best, followed by location B, and lastly C. In case of financial liability, as you can see, financial liability is a penalty criteria or cost criteria. So more the financial liability, less preference you will give to the location. So according to that, you will give most preference to location A because it has the minimum financial liability. For location B, it has the second minimum liability, and for location C has the worst financial liability. Okay, so here this is actually in case of electric 2, they directly go for normalization, but I for the money benefit for the benefit of the decision making, to make it more objective, more consistent, what I have done is I have converted the data into rank of preference, and I have arranged them in descending order. That means the first rank is the best location, followed by the second rank to be the second best location, third rank to be the third best location. So I have actually done the best to worst. Okay, so best to worst ranking. Okay, so accordingly, the for beneficiary criteria, benefit criteria, or profit criteria, like flow and head, where more the value, more preference you will give to the location. So accordingly, the first rank is assigned to location B, which has the highest flow, followed by location C, which has the second highest flow, and lastly location A, which has been assigned the third rank because it has the minimum flow among the three locations. Then comes to head, which is another another beneficiary or profit criteria. So let me see. Yeah, this is the profit criteria. This is the profit criteria, and this is the profit criteria, and this is also a profit criteria, but this is a uh, cost criteria, correct? So for head also, we have assigned the first rank to the highest, to the location with the highest head. That means this one, followed by this one, and lastly this one, which has the minimum head among all these three locations. Now, in case of financial liability, the first location 1 crore, second location 2 crore, third location 3 crore. So as financial liability is a cost criteria, lesser the cost, more preferred it is. So the first rank is given to the location A,